Hello and welcome to this GCSE Foundation Level Lesson 10.2 on Speed, Distance and Time. Your Do Now task is in front of you on the board, which builds on the learning from the previous lessons. So pause the video and have a go at these. Okay, your answers are shown in red. I've tried to show you carefully in particular how to do the one about Tom and Joe in the bottom there. Tom and Joe share some money in the ratio of 2 to 5. Joe gets 3 more shares than Tom, so it's 3 shares that's worth 45. So 1 share is £15. And Tom's shares, he has 2 shares, so his 2 times 15 is 30. Okay, so moving forward, speed, distance, time. This will show you how to recognise the relationship between speed, distance and time and calculate either the average speed, the distance or the time, and they're our key words. You may well find that you've come across this in science as well. So moving forward. So our bronze learning is to be able to calculate speed using simple units, an example on the right. Silver is to calculate distance or time using the given units of measure, an example on the right. And then the third one, solve problems involving different units of measure and time in minutes and hours. Okay, so moving forward. What's a compound measure? I would copy this once we've finished this, not the video, but I would copy the slide into your book afterwards. A compound measure involves at least 3 variables. The 3 variables can always be connected by a triangle, and you may well have seen this in science. This shows the relationship between the variables. Here's one that you must copy down in your book. This is the one for speed, distance and time. We have distance on the top, but I always remember it as speed, distance, time going from the left up to the top and down to the bottom. There are similar ones for pressure, force and area and density, mass and volume, but we'll come onto those later. Copy that carefully into your book. Move forward. Okay, when working out the speed, you will usually be working out the average speed, as it is unusual to travel the same speed for an entire journey. Speed can be expressed in miles per hour, kilometres per hour and metres per second, and there will be a mark during your GCSE exams for the correct units, so please don't miss that vital extra mark. Okay, so let's look at an example. Paula drove a distance of 275 miles in 5 hours. What was her average speed? Now, the way the triangle works is you cover up what you want to find. So if you put your finger over the S on the triangle, you'll see you've got D over T. So speed is distance, that's D, divided by time, T. So here, Paula's average speed is the distance, 270, divided by 5, because that's the time she took, which is 54 mph, or miles per hour. Example 15. Sarah drove from Sheffield to Peebles in 3.5 hours at an average speed of 60 miles an hour. This is our silver learning, calculating a distance. How far is it from Sheffield to Peebles? How far is a distance? So if you cover up D in your triangle, you should find out that its distance is speed times time. Now we can't necessarily put 3.5 into our calculator as a mixed number unless we've got a sophisticated calculator. So we possibly may turn it into 3.5 hours. So the distance is speed times time, 60 times 3.5, which is 210 miles from Sheffield to Peebles. Example 16, Sean is driving from Newcastle upon Tyne to Nottingham, a distance of 190 miles. He estimates he will drive at an average speed of 50 miles an hour. How long will it take him? So we cover up T, and we get D divided by S. So that's 190 divided by 50, which is 3.8 hours. Now, it's a gold example because we change our 0.8 hours into minutes. We do that because we know there are 60 minutes in an hour, so 0.8 hours becomes 0.8 times 60, which is 48 minutes. So Sean's journey will take 3 hours and 48 minutes, and it's better to put that rather than putting 3.8 hours. Okay, have a go. Right, so what happens here is you will find on the next slide there's a series of, I think it's 5 questions. Have a go at all the questions on that slide, and when you've had a go at all of them, click again on the PowerPoint and each answer will be successively revealed, as if by magic. So here's your questions. Work through those, bronze, silver and gold. Pause the video while you do that. And here are your answers to those bronze, silver and gold speed, distance, time questions. Pause the video while you mark them all. And then we can move on to exercise 5G. Pause the video while you answer the questions. Set them out really carefully in your book. Don't be satisfied with simply putting the answer. Put what you're working out, how you did it, and then the answer. And don't forget to put the units on. So work through questions 1 to 5, then click and you'll find the answers up here. Okay, moving on. Now work through question 6. When you pause the video, work through it. When you've worked through it, here are your answers. Don't forget your maths teacher is not far away by email if you wish to get any more help. Okay, move on to the next slide. Questions 7 and 8, work through those, pause the video, work through them, and then click to get your answers. Okay, excellent. Here's questions 9 and 10. Pause the video while you work through them. These are definitely gold questions because they take quite a bit of thinking and working out. Pause the video while you work through them. This time the answers don't appear on the screen, so I've added them here for you. So mark them carefully. Pause the video while you do that. Here's question 11 and 12. These are a little bit more difficult. Pause the video while you have a go at them. You may find you need your teachers to help you through those ones. Here are the answers to 11, 12 and 13. They are quite tricky, I must be honest. Pause while you mark them. And let's review our learning. Calculate speed using simple units. We've done that using our bronze for our bronze learning. Our silver learning has been to calculate distance or time using the given units of measurement. We have done those. And then we've solved some problems in using different units of measure using hours in time in minutes and hours, or hours and minutes, and those are our gold learning. All that remains at the end of this lesson is for me to say, look, see if there's any purposeful practice that you need to do, and make sure that you go and do the tasks set on Haggerty to do with speed, distance and time that will have been set for you. Well done and thank you.